Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Questions on vocabulary, especially synonyms and antonyms questions, are one of the most commonly featured question types in the verbal ability section of placement tests as well as competitive exams. Synonym is a word with same or similar meaning to another word. Technically, all words are unique. And while looking for a synonym, one is actually looking for a word that is very close to the meaning of the other word. Antonym, on the other hand, is a word that is opposite in meaning to any given word. The ability to solve a synonym or antonym question largely depends on a person's vocabulary, and building one's vocabulary is a long term project. However, the following tips would come in handy to solve these types of questions. Tip number 1 is to divide the word into its word parts, that is, root word, prefix, and suffix. Try to identify the meaning of the word and evaluate whether it has a positive, negative, or neutral meaning. Segregate the words from the choices that come up with a negative effect as well as those which have a positive impact or meaning. Look at this example. Find the synonym of the word imbecile. The options given are option A, misappropriate, option B, balance, option C, remunerate, and option D, clear. Now, imbecile comes with a suffix becile, which means to plunder or the act of stealing. The only word that matches with the same in the given list is option A, misappropriate. The rest of the words have a positive connotation and doesn't match with the negative connotation that misappropriate has. If it is asked to find the meaning of the positive word, it will become much easier to relate the word with the available positive options. In the case of antonyms, you will have to tweak this method a little bit. If you are asked to identify the opposite of a word that has a positive meaning, then its opposite will be one which has a negative meaning. Tip number 2 is to check for antonyms. If you find an option that is opposite in meaning or connotation of the given word, eliminate them. Look at this example. Find the synonym of the word round. The options are rotund, unimportant, thin, and dull. Here, thin is the opposite of the word round. Hence, it can be eliminated. Now, this increases our chances of choosing the right answer. Unimportant and dull are not connected to round, hence we may eliminate them as well. The correct answer for this question is rotund. In the case of antonyms, eliminate choices that are synonymous. Look at this example. Find the antonym of the word fervent. The options are clever, enthusiastic, curious, and uninterested. Here, the options enthusiastic and curious are synonymous to the word fervent. Hence, these can be eliminated. Out of clever and uninterested, the correct answer is uninterested. Tip number 4 is to eliminate choices that do not have an opposite form. Look at this example. Find the antonym of the word Philistine. The 4 options are lichen, intellectual, philtrum, and debutant. Here, words such as lichen and philtrum do not have any opposite forms, as the former is a type of plant and the latter is a vertical groove on the surface of the upper lip. So here, the correct answer is option B, which is intellectual. If 2 or more choices have the same meaning, eliminate both. Look at this example. Find the antonym of the word impartial. The options are hostile, biased, inflate, and enlarge. Here, inflate and enlarge are synonymous and hence can be eliminated. Now we are left with only two options, which are hostile and biased. And it becomes much more easier for us to guess the right answer, which is biased. This tip holds true for both antonyms and synonym questions. The next tip is to look for words with secondary meanings and try to match them with the word given. Look at this example. Find the antonym of the word industry. The primary meaning of the word industry is a factory or a productive enterprise. However, the secondary meaning of the word is hard work or diligence. When we are alert to the secondary meaning of this word, it becomes easier for us to find the right answer, which in this case is option C, lethargy. Now, lethargy means lack of energy and enthusiasm. The next tip is to look for kangaroo words. A kangaroo word is a word that contains all the letters of one of its synonyms arranged so that these letters appear in the same order in both words. Now, this synonym is called a joey word. For example, the word allocate is a kangaroo word containing the joey word allot, and both means same or they are similar in meaning. We have a lot of other examples that include balsam, balm, calumnies, lies, expurgate, purge, quiescent, quiet, etc. Tip number 8 is to watch out for eye catchers. Sometimes you might get into an impasse where none of the above methods seem to work. If the given word is totally unfamiliar and none of the previous techniques have helped, then choose the hardest or the most unusual word. Look at this example. You have to find the synonym of the word extraneous, and the given options are jaundice, incongruous, mediocre, and toxin. So here the right answer is incongruous, and that was one of the really unusual word out of the given options. The next tip to remember is to be aware of commonly confused words. These words are those which are easily confused with one another because of the similarities in spelling, pronunciation, and or in the meaning. Given below are some of the examples of commonly confused or misused words. Ensure that you are aware of these differences and the different meanings that they carry. You may pause this video here and have a look at these examples. These, however, is just the tip of the iceberg. There are numerous other pairs, knowing which is going to help you greatly in solving the vocabulary questions, including antonyms and synonyms. So those were some of the quick tips for solving antonym and synonym questions. Hope these tips were useful. In order to perform well in mock tests and exams, it is advisable to practice these tips regularly. So that's it for this video. Thank you and all the best.